What's up, everybody? Thanks for clicking this video. Thanks for tuning into this channel. I'll introduce myself. My name is Simon Hill. I'm a Black American. I'm a Muslim. I'm a husband. I'm a friend of the third world. I'm a world traveler. I'm an English teacher. I'm a lot of things. And I'm also an amateur YouTuber. On this YouTube channel where you're watching this video now, I have hundreds of videos talking about various different things and topics, but I particularly love to talk about my experiences as a Black person traveling. I love doing this content because I feel like I'm helping the world by providing information for other Black travelers about things that could possibly happen to us when we go abroad by sharing my experiences. This channel is not to debate white people. This channel is not to argue that something that I experienced was or was not racist. This is not the point. The point is information for Black travelers. If you are a non-Black person watching this video, how about you do this? Shut up. Today's video will be about the second city in Albania that I got to visit, Durrës. Just a little bit of background. I backpack across the world with my wife. Right now, we're running through the Balkans. We just came from Serbia, then Kosovo, and now we're on our third country on this backpacking trip, Albania. Prior to coming to Durrës, I spent 2 weeks in Tirana, and I've spent 1 week here. On my channel, I upload almost every day of me being outside, interacting with people, going to different places when I travel. So I highly suggest that you go watch my other previous content of Albania and other countries I've been to see how I live and act outside, and to let you know it's not a game when I say I'm really experiencing what I'm experiencing. Everything is documented day by day when I travel. Anyway, here's a little background on Durrës, Albania. It's the second largest city in their country. It's a port city right on the coast of the Mediterranean. It's very famous for having a lot of tourists in the summer who come here to soak up the sun and go to the beautiful beach, which is right over that way. So without further ado, here's my black ass review of Durrës, Albania. As far as the stuff that anybody would want to know or anybody would be interested in knowing that doesn't relate to Blackness, the beach is okay. The water can be dirty at some parts, but other parts are cleaner. They have a very, very long shoreline that you can walk down and go to different restaurants, pubs, cafes. The city itself doesn't offer much else in the form of entertainment or sightseeing. There is an ancient Roman amphitheater that you can go visit. There are also other ancient sites that are in the city or outside the city that you could go to as well. But other than the beach and maybe going to party and just have a good time and drink out there, it's not really that much to do. But that's okay for a resort town, I guess. Anyway, now that we got all that stuff out the way that you could find from any other white YouTuber or a quick Google search, let's get to the stuff related to Blackness. I can say unequivocally and without doubt that Durrës has been the most racist city that I've ever visited. Period. Now, let me give a quick aside, because I know, unfortunately, that there are still some very stupid white people who are watching this video ready to type up a storm at me for even mentioning racism, something that they believe doesn't exist anymore. Even though I have plenty of videos in Albania of me doing fun things, having a good time, laughing, smiling, and that sort of thing, two things can exist at the same time. I can have a great time in a country and still deal with racism, because that's the superpower of being Black. We have to exist in a world where our humanity is questioned or threatened, where our intelligence is put to a test every time, where we have to deal with basically racist white people bullshit all the time and still maintain our humanity and dignity. The same thing happened during slavery or during all the centuries and decades of our oppression and degradation. Just because we were in chains or just because we were under apartheid didn't mean that we didn't smile, laugh, and live. So while I can experience racism here, that doesn't mean the entire time was bad. I just have to speak about the racism because this is a black-ass YouTube channel by a black-ass man, and nobody cares about your stupid, white, lily tears. Cry me a river. Suck my dick. The very first day I was here, I was walking along the beach with my wife, holding hands, and this woman pulls out her cell phone vertically like this, and it starts recording us like this. Meanwhile, she's shaking her head like this. And I know that she was recording us because when we stopped, the phone stopped and suddenly went down when she noticed that we noticed her, and we approached her and said, "Lady, What the hell is the problem? I was not doing anything weird. I was not doing anything extra. I was not being obscene with my wife. I was just holding hands with my wife, who just so happens to have a different skin color. And this woman felt the need to video record us and disapprovingly shake her head while she's recording us. Now, stupid, non-black people, and also some coons who apologize for those people because they have no spine, would say you should just ignore racism. You should just ignore that sort of humiliation and degradation. But I want to say that's how white supremacy works to dehumanize black people even more. We're supposed to eat shit, right? We're supposed to just allow people to disrespect us, humiliate us, record us without consent. We're supposed to go through that and just let it roll off our shoulders. But you would never say that to a white person. You would never tell that to women who go through sexual assault. You would never tell that to any other group of people. But when black people speak up and say, we don't like to be treated that way, it should be, just forget about it, man. Just ignore racism. Ignore racism. Ignore the shit that y'all be doing. Got me fucked up. Another situation happened. On that same day, July 9th, the very first day I came to Durrës, I'm leaving the beach with my wife, holding hands, crossing the street, and a teenager yells from a cafe that's across the street, "What's up, nigga?" Once again, many stupid non-black people will say, hey, it's just slang, right? The word doesn't mean anything, right? It means endearment. You guys say it all the time. It's okay to say it, right? No, it's not okay for non-black people to say nigga, because what's the first thing non-black people say when they want to insult black people? Nigger. So shut the fuck up. Also, if he didn't mean it in an offensive way, how come this happened? My wife goes into a supermarket and I say, baby, give me a minute. I got to take care of something. I was not mad. I was not upset. I was a non-threatening black person because I know people are going to say you walked in there angry and aggressive with your big Negro self. No, I walked in there smiling and I said, excuse me, young man. It seemed like you wanted my attention. Did you say nigga? And he's like, no, I didn't say it. Really? You didn't say it? Did you hear somebody else say, what's up, nigga? No, I didn't say it. No. Didn't hear it, and you didn't say it. No. Oh, so I guess I just must be hearing things. No, I wasn't. I heard it. I heard him say it, but he was so pussy to say it in front of me because he knew that it was an offensive term. That right there disproves entirely this argument that specifically white people make all the time who insist on trying to say the word or excuse other people for saying the word, that it is not offensive. Because I guarantee you, anybody who's arguing in the chat that it's okay to say this would never say it to me or any other real black person that they come in contact with. Maybe Marcus lets you say it, but hang out with Marcus. Don't come around us real niggas. Anyway, I go back home and I start editing the video of me and my wife at the beach. And I realize that in the audio of one of the video clips that I took of my wife getting into the water, I hear a small girl, a child, had to be like the voice of like a 6 or 7-year-old girl, say, nigga, there's a nigga. If you don't believe me, please go watch the video I made of day one in Durrës. All this is fact. As soon as I saw that video clip, I was like, I can't catch a break. I can't catch a break out here. I just have to accept when I come to Albania, when I go to a new city, I'll be called a racial slur. It's just a part of life. Anyway, aside from those 3 events that happened on the first day that I came here to Durrës, there were always the classics that happened. You know how they go. Black person walks down the street, everybody at the cafe has to turn around and look and stare. Or when I'm walking down the street, groups of young men or old men have to point and then snicker or talk to each other like this. Or I go into the supermarket here in Durrës and the security guard is following me around. All of the classics have happened here. And 2 more major events happened of racist treatment here in Durrës, Albania during my week-long stay. Today is July 14th. Yesterday, my wife and I were walking back from having a nice dinner at a fish restaurant near the shore here in Durrës. The entire day, I was not filming, I was not planning on releasing any content. I was planning on taking a mini day break to just unplug from all the madness that this YouTube channel is. While walking down the shore, holding hands with my wife again, having a conversation, I'm saying something to my wife, and some 17-year-old kid passes by my wife and says, "Fuck you, nigga," in a really loud tone. I didn't hear it. My wife heard it. So what reason does she have to lie, to instigate something? She knows I can get crazy. We approached the kid. He's a bit spazzed out. He's jumping up and down and stuff like that. He tried to hide with another group of people, and they said, "We don't know this guy." So my wife and I are just talking to him. Once again, I'm being a polite, respectable, non-threatening black person. And I say, young man, did you say, fuck you? And he's like, yes, I did. And I was like, why? And he's like, goodbye. If you want to see it, please go check out the video I made about Durres, the sundown town. Blatant racism from a crazy person. Some people might say he's autistic, he has problems. I have cousins who are autistic. I have known many people throughout my life with learning disabilities. They don't run around saying F you, people of different races. That's a kid who knows that anti-blackness is okay and acceptable because he's obviously heard it from people in this society or from his family. I swear, I've never had a non-black person just say, "Fuck you, nigga," to me, just up front. That's like textbook racism. But I'm pretty sure there are people that will still defend it and still try to justify it. But I have to ask you this, and you have to look in the mirror and ask yourself this. Why are you so adamant on defending the person who caused offense to me and my wife rather than saying that that's wrong? Once again, my point has been made. It's harder for white people to accept racism exists than for me to sleep with Beyonce. It's impossible. You will never find a white person saying that's racist. Not long after that incident, after we walk away from that kid, my wife and I go to the supermarket to pick up some stuff for the house. As we're checking out, this old white Albanian woman pulls out her phone and takes a picture of me. Listen, that's fine. I'm a YouTuber. I record people and events all the time. I did have a big guitar strapped to my back. Said, okay, maybe that's fine. She could do that. Hey, I do that too. Maybe I did look a bit odd with this big guitar strapped to me. The thing is though, she buys her things before me and then leaves the store, but hangs out right in front of the sliding doors. My wife and I are still paying for the things we need, and I notice her turning back, looking at me, and also looking down at the cart to make sure that there were no things in the cart still, as if I was trying to steal something from the store. I'm probably richer than 90% of the people here in Durres who make their money legally. Anyway, she keeps looking back at me and holding her phone in her hand, waiting for me outside of the store. As we're leaving, my wife and I walk down the stairs. She stays on the stairs and she starts recording us. So then I turn around, pull out my phone and take a picture of her ass. And then she gets all tense and starts walking away. That was inexcusable. That was dehumanizing. That was embarrassing. For somebody to assume that I'm stealing or I'm some form of criminal here in Albania, while all I am is a simple man, and then here you are profiling me. Even if you're not profiling me, there was no reason for you to make a spectacle out of me, lady. I'm just a normal man with my wife who just so happens to be a different skin color than you. You're supposed to be older and wiser. Here you are acting no different than the stupid teenagers and young adults who have been yelling nigga at me outside, the young girls who are videotaping me and my wife holding hands. It's ridiculous and it's embarrassing that you would act like that. Shame on you. These 4 or 5 incidents, however you want to count them, that I've experienced here in Durres really broke my heart in a way. It will never stop me though from traveling. I don't care how racist or anti-black the world is. I will always do my thing. Because I know that I didn't hurt anybody. I don't come here with evil intentions. I don't come to do harm. I don't come to steal. I don't come to rob. I don't come to rape. I only come to live my life as best as I can and be a good person. And while other people might try to say that I'm a negative influence just because I talk about my black ass experience that you will never relate to, I know that I'm doing something right because I know there's a black person watching this video now who is thinking about going to Durres, and now they're reconsidering. But But I want to tell that black viewer this. Don't ever let these racists, these ignorant people, these stupid people tell you where to go. For anybody who's going to leave a comment and say, you're the stupid person telling them not to come to Durrës, I never said that. I encourage all black people to travel wherever they want to, whenever they want to, because we did not colonize anybody. We did not destroy nations. We did not rape and enslave women of different ethnic groups. We did not hurt people. We don't do that. A particular group of people did. Colonized the entire world, raped entire civilizations, destroyed indigenous cultures. But that's not us. So we have no shame on our game. We have no blood on our hands. And I proudly walk anywhere, with my head up and my chest out. I don't do these videos for fame or for glory or even for money. I do these videos to help other black travelers. So, black people, if you come to Durrës, Albania, I think you will have a good time. There is, though, a lot of ignorance and a lot of stupid people here who are either explicitly anti-black, like that young boy who said, fuck you, nigga, or that white lady who was thinking I was stealing, so that's why she was recording me in the store. Or there are people that are just ignorant, like the young girl who was recording me and my wife, young kids who are yelling, what's up, my nigga, at the cafe. There's a lot of stupidity here. So just be prepared for that when you come here. You can have a great time. You can swim in the beautiful ocean. You can have a nice pizza dinner with ice cream. You can do a lot of fun stuff. You can explore an ancient Roman amphitheater if you're into history and that sort of thing. But just be aware that in Albania, that there is a lot of anti-blackness, or they say stupid shit like, we're like black people, so we can call you niggas. No, don't accept that at all. That's my video. Thanks for watching. This has been another episode of BLAXIT. Stay tuned for more. Peace.